There is something so nostalgically 2000s about a crime procedural drama. Today we want to talk about arguably the most popular procedural, Criminal Minds. Some people like to say that if you've seen one crime drama, you've seen all of them. However, Criminal Minds is a bit different, and a part of the reason why is the cast of actors who have come and gone from the show over the years. The first actor we want to talk about is one of the original cast members from the very first season, Mandy Patinkin. Mandy, who also starred in The Princess Bride, felt uncomfortable working on the show. He said, "The biggest public mistake I ever made was that I chose to do Criminal Minds in the first place. I thought it was something very different. I never thought they were going to rape and kill all these women every night, every day, week after week, year after year."
And in the case of Criminal Minds, and these horrific misogynistic tales told over and over again, and the torture of women and children, where I had to go mentally were beyond darkness.
This is really interesting. Mandy has also gone on to say, "I'm not making a judgment on the taste of people who watch crime procedurals, but I'm concerned about the effect it has. Audiences all over the world use this programming as their bedtime story. This isn't what you need to be dreaming about."
I couldn't believe that certain people would accept that this would go out there, and I began to feel ill about being a part of a world, now it is a world bedtime story, which the last thing that people watch before they go to bed.
And so, after 2 years of working on the show, Mandy left. What do you think about this?
I can't participate in it anymore. And as it turns out, good luck, Mandy, because the first 2 years, there's 48 episodes, and they're rerunning them all over the world nonstop.
Personally, we think that Mandy has a really good point, but there is also the inescapable fact that people all over the world really do enjoy these shows.
And I want to just add, most importantly, that's how I feel. I have good friends in that show, and I meet people all over the world who love that show. And I'm not here to tell them that they're wrong for how they feel.
Let's compare Mandy's perspective to one of the actors who is on the show currently, Zach Gilford. In 2020, the original series ended, and a reboot was picked up by Paramount Plus, and they chose Gilford to be the villain. He said, because it's on Paramount Plus instead of CBS, they're doing it a little different. They want to make the same show, but in a slightly different way, and they want me to be a part of that. So I think I'm cocky enough to think I will do nothing the fans are going to hate. I've watched the show, and I love the show, so I think I understand the appeal of it. These two completely opposite reactions from actors on the show are an interesting way to look at the spectrum of how the actors tend to view the show. Some actors that we also want to discuss have been on the show for a long time. First, Paget Brewster, who plays Emily Prentice on Criminal Minds. Emily has been a consistent character on the show since 2006. If you've ever been watching the show and thought Emily looked a bit familiar, it could be because she was on Friends and Community and briefly on Law & Order SVU. In case you were thinking of sending Miss Paget a love letter, hold up, because she's actually taken. She got married to musician Steve Damstra in 2014. Next, we have the character Dr. Tara Lewis, portrayed by Aisha Tyler. Tara is a psychologist who worked with the Criminal Minds team from 2015 to 2020. Along with the fan favorite character of Tara Lewis, Aisha has had a long, successful career.
We get to speak more like you would speak in real life. Like, if you stumble across a buddy in the park, you're not gonna go, "Oh, gee willikers, what happened here?" It just feels a little grittier and more authentic. It's dark work, and it would affect people in specific ways, and we get to explore that a bit more on the show, which I think is really good.
She does a lot of voice acting, most notably as Lana Kane from Archer, as well as several video game characters. Aisha has also made some recurring appearances on CSI, Nip Tuck, Friends, and Talk Soup. Have you guys ever noticed that some actors seem to appear in a lot of the same shows or movies? This is the second star of Criminal Minds, who was also on Friends before Criminal Minds. What are the odds? It's not just acting though. Aisha has also done a lot of social awareness work in her career. In college, she joined several activist groups, including one that would raise awareness for current events through music. She also posed naked for a photo shoot in Allure magazine. Annually, Allure comes out with one of these photo shoots to raise money for skin cancer. And a few years after that, Aisha joined The Talk, a show that is dedicated to discussing social issues. Next, we have Criminal Minds veteran David Rossi, played by Joe Mantegna. David has been a character on the show since 2007 and has reprised his role in Criminal Minds Evolution.
So you just don't know. You put it out there, you think you're doing a good product, something that people are going to gravitate to and enjoy. And 14 years later, we're starting our 14th season.
He's another favorite on the show, and fans were disappointed to see the abysmal condition this character was in at the opening of Criminal Minds Evolution. He was struggling with grief, was homeless, and was lost. However, David proves to everyone that his job means the world to him, and that is the only thing that brings him any fulfillment or joy. Joe Mantegna has been acting for decades. He began his acting career not in front of a camera but on stage in 1969's Chicago cast of Hair. His breakout role led to a collaboration with David Mamet on the play Glengarry Glen Ross, and many other productions followed. In fact, Joe won a Tony and a Joseph Jefferson Award for his role in Glengarry Glen Ross. After his stage career, Joe went on to star in Three Amigos, The Godfather Part 3, Up Close and Personal, Joan of Arcadia, and more. He even got to play a parodied version of himself when he hosted Saturday Night Live. He joined the cast of Criminal Minds after Mandy Patinkin left, as we previously discussed, and made an immediate impression on both the cast and the viewers. He even directed some of the episodes during his time on the show. Joe is married with 2 daughters, Mia and Gia. In case you're curious about David Rossi's facial abnormalities, this is due to Joe having suffered from Bell's palsy in the 1980s. He is technically recovered, but the facial abnormality is likely permanent. Next, we have Kirsten Vangsness as Penelope Garcia. Penelope is the quirky, not like other girls, nerdy tech girl of the show. Fans love her and have been thrilled to see her reprise her role in Criminal Minds Beyond Borders and Criminal Minds Evolution.
I started this show as a 2-line co-star, which is the smallest role you can get. It's like right above background artist. And I was just supposed to be in for a day because the show is too guy heavy for that one episode. So the fact that they keep writing me in the script, exciting.
In the newest iteration of the show, Criminal Minds Evolution, Penelope seems to be suffering from the cumulative stress of her job. She has left the team and is on a journey of self-love and self-discovery, attempting to heal from the strenuous work she's done for so long. Kristen is currently unmarried, but in the past has been engaged to Melanie Goldstein, and after that to Keith Hansen. She has described herself as queer as a purple unicorn singing Madonna. She's also appeared in a few movies in small roles and has guest starred on some other TV series, such as Vampire Mob and Pretty the Series. And speaking of Penelope, the next character we want to discuss is Luke Valdez, her potential love interest. Luke is played by Adam Rodriguez, who has starred in Ugly Betty, Jane the Virgin, CSI, and The Night Shift. He was also in Magic Mike XXL, and Let the Game Begin. Adam is also married with 3 children and has several homes that he and his family split their time between New York, Puerto Rico, and Los Angeles. Are you a fan of Criminal Minds or any other crime procedural? What do you think of the characters we talked about and the actors who play them? Are there any characters that have been written off the show that you miss, or any you wish would leave the show? We'd love to hear all your thoughts down below. If you haven't yet, please like our video and share it with all of your friends. If you don't want to miss any new videos, hit the bell so you won't ever miss a new upload. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you in the next one.